Aries, a new beginning is coming this week as the light goes on for you about an opportunity, whether work or otherwise related, that you won't be too sure you want to go ahead with. The time has come for you to start making some long-term plans and decisions for your future, particularly where a water sign woman and some children or young people are concerned. And this may see you feeling stuck for a time, though things will start moving quite quickly once a message is received that will stir things up. There may be some kind of friction that has the potential to cause you distress, and this will see you thinking more deeply about what it is that you want, as you are forced to make choices and decisions that you have struggled with previously. Taurus, an end is coming to something this week, and you may need to put on a brave face about that until you work out how best to deal with it. A move of house or big changes to your household will see you feeling a little more secure as your focus moves to family, but you may still feel quite stuck on some levels and more than a little bit envious of others around you who aren't going through such an upheaval. Gemini, a balanced outlook will be required this week as the light goes on for you about something that will see you just wanting to leave life as you know it behind you, and you may find this period quite stressful. Underlying issues with family or close friends will be brought up to be dealt with, as a water sign or more emotional woman in your circle gets you thinking more closely about what you really want and need, enabling you to bring an end to all those things that you really don't, so that you might start feeling stronger. Cancer, financial or career-related issues mark the start of this week that have the potential to affect your close family, and it will be important to look at things differently than you might usually if you're going to see your way out of them. You may have been on somewhat of a mental journey just lately, but you have emerged stronger than you were before, and all will work out as it should as a result of this. Life is about to start moving quite quickly, and although you may have been feeling stuck on some levels, a message is coming that will allow you to regain your sense of stability, even though you may still feel that something is missing for a time. Leo, a child or young person in your circle will experience the effects of some form of karma this week, though they may take great pains to hide this from you. Opportunities are knocking, whether at work or elsewhere, and this will see you working through any obstacles that you may feel have been holding you back previously. A water sign or more nurturing woman in your circle will need to move quickly to avert the effects of jealousy that's being directed at them, that has the potential to affect their household in the longer term, and they may look to you for support during this time. Virgo, stability can be yours this week as you look at what you really want from your life and use your intuition to work out how best to get it, pushing out any feelings of disillusion as you go. Choices now need to be made in both love and business that may see you feeling restricted temporarily and emotionally fragile in the short term, but in the end you'll get the outcome you truly deserve, though a fire sign or more dynamic or powerful male with whom you have some kind of relationship may throw up some kind of issues that will need to be dealt with at a family level. Libra, you may enter this week feeling vulnerable and uncertain, but if you allow these feelings to run away with you, it will only serve to further restrict you. Stability will be yours again soon enough, and this will be followed by happier times that will enable you to feel more grounded than you have in a while. Much of what you've been worried about is just an illusion, and a water sign or more nurturing individual will help you to see things more clearly so that your worries don't start to control you. Scorpio, this week sees you thinking carefully about what you want in many areas as you bring an end to all those things in your life that are no longer serving you and work through any illusions you may have been holding on to. You may have been feeling that something's been missing, but this feeling is heading out as you start making choices in love or in business that will lead you to the outcome you're seeking, even if you can't see that happening as yet. It's important that you continue to hold things together as life begins changing, and you can strike a balance both physically and financially by addressing any issues relating to your career or finances that may be creating unrest within your family or group of close friends. Sagittarius, an offer is coming to you this week that will bring about improvements to your closest relationships and a new beginning overall on an emotional level. An end is coming to the way life has been, as an offer is made that brings changes that initially might see you feeling quite stuck, as underlying family issues are brought to the surface to be dealt with, including issues with your career or financial sector. A water sign or more nurturing woman and a fire sign or more dominating man may cause you some distress as they force you to make choices you haven't wanted to make and try to work out how best to deal with them, but a more logical man in your circle will help you to get the outcome you're seeking, even if you can't see that happening as yet. Capricorn, a new level of intimacy or creativity is upon you this week, though this may be hamstrung to some extent by the influence of a water sign or more emotional woman who seems to do one thing while she's actually doing something else. You may have been feeling alone and quite isolated, but this feeling is heading out of your sphere as someone or something else heads back in, and much of what you've been worried about is never actually going to happen. Stressful times will see you turning more and more to your family or closest friends who will help you overcome all your fears by offering you a positive feedback that will help you to overcome anything that's been holding you back simply by changing your attitude to it. Aquarius, an offer is coming to you this week that will enable you to bring something to an end, and a water sign or more emotional man in your life will be at the heart of this. The battles you've been struggling with are about to head out, and you'll begin feeling stronger as a result, though some feelings of emotional fragility may linger for a little while yet. Much of what you're worried about is actually never going to happen, and an end is coming to the way things have been, as you're offered something that will potentially make others around you green with envy. Pisces, life is about to start moving quite quickly and in the way that you want it, as wishes begin coming true and an end is brought to the way things have been in the recent past. There may still be some surprises to come, but on the whole you will feel more stable as you finally begin to leave behind all in your life that's no longer serving you.